Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You ready for the Chicago Bears?
Let's do it.
Okay, the Bears last year finished 5-12. They were the 32nd ranked offense, 31 in pass, 26 in running, and then defense they were 13th. What was your favorite move that the Bears made?
Just trying to bolster their offensive line.
Yeah, that's what I
They
had.
went out in free agency and got Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson.
Hmm.
Even though they're a little bit older, they're well established, and I think that's only going to help them.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like if you're going to run a Ben Johnson offense, you need a good offensive line. You do
Hmm
to bring a run game, the play action pass, all that stuff. So
hmm
totally agree with you. As far as solidifying that offensive line, I think that's good for the Bears.
hmm
Least favorite move.
Not addressing the running back position this offseason.
Mm.
Um, the name is escaping me.
Swift.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I think linked um uh Ashton Genty to the
Yeah.
Bears.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's like they didn't even did they even address it? Maybe in a late round or something.
They didn't
Um,
know. They didn't get. Let me just double. When I was doing, yeah, they did not address the running back
in the
position
draft,
in
okay.
a meaningful way. Yeah,
That was my least favorite move of them.
yeah. So let's see. Yeah, Rokon Johnson, which he's been on the team for a little bit. Yeah,
Roshan Johnson,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Roshan. And then they drafted someone in the seventh round, so we'll see. But
Okay,
no,
yeah.
nothing in a meaningful way. Did Andre Swift? What's funny is Ben Johnson had him in Detroit before they moved on from him to get
Yep.
Montgomery and Gibbs. So it is kind
Yeah.
of, I don't know, funny or whatever that he's now the running back for the Bears again.
Yeah.
Um, Man, not only not addressing the running back, to be the Gentry thing, I think he was picked sixth, so they didn't have an opportunity to
Yeah.
pick him. But yeah,
Right.
I get overall what you're trying to say. Drafting a tight end, there's two rules I have. Well, I have many rules to the draft, but there's two things that bug me the most: drafting a tight end in the first round and drafting a running back in the first round.
Yeah.
Number 10, and I know this guy, he's from Michigan, Loveland, 10th
Mhm.
overall. I just like Kyle Pitts didn't really work out. Just throwing that out there. I'm not saying
Yep.
he ain't going to be great, but he hasn't been great so far. And I called it. I was like, you don't draft a tight end that high. I've seen the
Yes.
Lions do it too often to see that bite
Yeah.
them in the butt. Um, and I like Cole Kmet. I don't like he's
Yeah.
like I like him as a tight end. Why do you need another tight end when Kmet
Yeah.
with Justin Fields and not a good offense was able to put up solid numbers? So I didn't like that draft pick at all for
I
the
didn't either.
Bears. Not the player. I don't mind the player. I like the player. We'll see what he becomes. But for the
hmm
Bears and what they needed, I don't like that they picked him.
Yeah, I didn't put that because I went with the draft and a lot of other teams. So I
That's
put running.
fair. I'll handle that. I'll handle that. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to our green flag. Green flag going into the season.
Using the tight ends, especially with Caleb Williams getting sacked so much, you need an outlet. And
Hmm.
if you have two of them now, Cole Kmet and Cole Colston Loveland, you might as well utilize them. So to me, that's the green flag.
Okay. My green flag is Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen. Ben
Hmm
Johnson, innovative. Get a young coach with your young quarterback, and we'll see. Now, there's obviously a little bit of a concern there, which is that sometimes when you hire offensive coordinators, they're not good head coaches, even though they might be
hmm
great offensive coordinators. So just,
Yes.
there is a little bit of a like, just be careful of it. But I like Ben Johnson.
hmm
So anyway, I think that's good. And Dennis Allen, get a pro coach who has always been like a good defensive coach. He's been a great defensive coach no matter where he's been.
hmm
So I think that's a good addition to the Bears to have keep up their defense being
hmm
good. So I did like those moves for green flags. Red flag for you.
I just put down Caleb Williams.
Mm.
He needs to do better this year just because all he did was get sacked last year.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be better in his decision making.
Hmm.
And I think the potential is there. In a lot of it, I guess because um, I can't the coach last year that they let go in the middle of the
Eberflus?
season. Yeah. He lost the locker room, I had heard, and so that probably snowballed a lot of things for him. But to me, that as of right now, that could change after a few games. But that's my red flag.
Yeah, there was a couple of training camp moments too, where Caleb didn't seem to have a good. At least one time, I read a tweet that said that he had a rough
Hmm.
training camp day before the a couple weeks
Hmm.
ago. So that's a red flag. Because here's the thing with Ben Johnson's like system is you got to make quick decisions and you got to process it kind of before and after. So I'm with you on that. He's got to be more consistent, better. Now, to be fair, I never understood why the Bears kept Eberflus to begin with. They should have moved on
Yeah.
from him last year, and I think, unfortunately, that can stunt a quarterback's growth in a bad way.
Mhm.
So hopefully that doesn't happen to Williams, but it is a potential.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
Along with that red flag, I'm going to say the running game. You talked about the running back, right? They didn't address that need. Not only that, but we don't know. Like you said, they're a little older, but we don't know if the O line's going to be good. It's possible, but
Hmm.
it's also a potential maybe it doesn't, and it might need time to gel. With that in mind, if you don't have a good run game, Ben Johnson's offense is going to be a little bit not good because it
It's
is
gonna flutter.
predicated.
Yes.
Yeah, it is important to have a run game if you're Ben Johnson. So my red flag is how um uh not random, what's it unpredictable the run game is
Mhm.
going to be. It's not a guarantee it's going to be good going into the season. And when you have that type of offense, you need it to be good. So
Mhm.
yeah. And it also would take pet pressure off of Caleb Williams too.
Oh,
So
big time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy football go to?
I last year I think I went with Cole Kmet. This year I'll probably go with DJ Moore.
Yeah, that's a good one. I
Mhm.
like that one. I
Yeah.
I think Swift could be interesting because they're going to
Yeah.
try to run the ball. And Swift
Yes.
is not a bad running back. He
No,
just
he's
doesn't
not.
stay healthy,
Yeah.
that's sort of his MO. I agree with you on more. I'd say Swift if he's not too high. And then Nduzie, I think with a second year could be interesting too. With that offense, if Caleb Williams gets it clicking, I think that's going to
Yeah.
be a good offense. So you might
It,
take a late round flyer with
it
him.
and a Dunze may fall in drafts depending
Yes.
on, how it goes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Correct. Okay, prediction over under 8.5.
I have them at 7 and 10.
Dude, me too. Let's go. Okay.
The only one we
So,
were off on was Detroit.
Detroit. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.